Well, good morning, folks. Another beautiful cold day out here at my house. We're just doing a follow-up with the snowblower. Excuse me. So I've done a little bit with it, not very much. But I just want to give you a little on how it's working. And hopefully it's not too loud. But let's go and do a little bit of the driveway. You can see as what I'm saying, this thing really throws the snow. However, my lungs take a beating. It's like minus 12 out there. Oh, excuse me. But the wind chill is about minus 25. It's early. It's about 10:30 in the morning. But you can hear what I'm going through. So I gotta stop this for a second. Let me just take shots of my So as you can see, it's a 1028 Toro, and it throws the snow. Now, you got to remember, folks, there's only 4 inches of snow out there. But that thing will chew through 2 feet of snow, the same speed, the same distance. And I was only on speed 3, and it goes up to 6, so I could be literally running behind it. But my lungs won't take it, folks. I have COPD. And the cold air, for some reason, I don't know what it is, folks. I really don't. I don't understand this freaking disease. I know I'm hurting all the time breathing, but anyways. But you can't go outside like it's, the wind is 60 kilometers an hour out there. It's just insane to try to snowblow right now. But as you can see, the repair worked. Now, having said that, inside that snowblower where the gears are, the rear wheels, it sticks every once in a while. And I got a feeling that the rubber that's on the wheel for the friction plate, the other wheel that rubs on the friction plate, I think it's just worn out over the years. So I might look into replacing that piece. Then it's got to come in and get greased up. I mean, do a complete greasing underneath it. Take a good look, make sure everything's okay in there. And I want to fix that handle. I did notice if the headlight was working or not, but probably not. But I think that's just a burnt bulb because it was working. And anyways, folks, so I'm glad to see that's working. Why it's surging like that, I've done a little bit of research on it, and it says bad carburetor, maybe governor. Well, I don't want to do the governor because that means pulling the whole freaking lower end apart again. But anyways, it's just a video, so we can take the lower end back off and get in there and see what's going on with the governor and stuff like that there. But the parts all look good inside, so I don't think that's that. However, I don't know much about it, so I'm not going to rule it out. Anyways, as you can see with my inhaler, it only takes a few seconds, 1 or 2 puffs, and I go back to where I can. But so the one job for today, I guess, what I should probably do is maybe go out with the snowblower and do the driveway. I have a balaclava that I can put on and a big hat, and a bigger coat, you know, dress up. I've got Carhartt pants that I can be out for 50 below, it doesn't matter. It's just the wind and blowing that snow back in my face. It feels so good. I love it outside like that, but my lungs just don't. So, anyways, folks, you know, so I just want to, you know, say thanks for you guys watching along when I'm doing my videos. I hope you enjoy what I'm trying to do. I'm not, like I say, I'm not a mechanic. I'm far from it, folks. I'm just a guy that likes to tinker with things. And for the guys that are pros out there, I give you guys a huge thumbs up. Because, you know, it might look easy enough for all those parts, but there's a lot of little things in there that you got to know in order to get that thing to hum just right. And like I say, kudos to you guys, man. Kudos for anybody that does that kind of stuff. I think you guys are just fantastic, and keep it up. Girls, too. Like, if you girls are into this, get into it. Come on. It's nothing wrong with getting your hands dirty. There's latex gloves out there if you want to wear them, or not. It's just have fun. This shouldn't be a gender thing. You know, the girls can't do this. You girls can do whatever the hell you want. Anyways, I've got a couple of, you know, people on the YouTube that I follow. In one of my videos, I'm going to pay respects to them and thank yous. But I'm going to notify them first and find out if it's okay. No, I don't see it's going to be an issue, but I would like to ask first to make sure it's okay that, you know, I ask permission from these especially this one young lady that's really rocking it. And then there's a couple up in Alaska, two couples, one in Alaska, I think, and one that's in British Columbia that I'm following. And man, oh man, these guys are doing remarkable things. But anyways, folks, like I say, don't be afraid. If you think you can try, you know, you want to cut the grass, you pull out the lawnmower and you run it across, and you're either going to cut the grass or not, or you're going to cut it right or wrong, but you've got to start somewhere. You didn't learn how to ride a bike by just jumping on and going. You got to try and go for it and try it. What have you got to lose? Anyways, folks, thank you so much for joining me on my channel. I know it's been a while since I've had some videos out. My health hasn't been that good. I'm not very good at editing all this kind of stuff. I have no clue. I've been trying to read up on Shotcut there a little bit, but it's not doing me very much good. I've got my niece out in BC. He's trying to help me a bit. So I'm trying to find a way for me to make the video content and then send it to her and let her edit it and post it. Now, I think that's okay to do that somehow. There's an administrator, something you can give it to, or a publisher, something you can do. I don't know. But I'm going to get the permission from these channels that I follow, if it's okay if I start mentioning their names. And I don't get nothing for doing this for them, folks. I don't want nothing. I just think that the more people that start seeing these videos from these people that are doing these things, the more people that are going to get off their butts and try and do things and not be afraid because somebody told them, you can't do that, you'll break it. Can't listen to that, folks. But anyways, so I'm going to have a hot cup of coffee and let my lungs cool down a wee bit, and I'll see going out, like that was just my little driveway going just to the top of our property. I still have to go all the way another 600 feet out to the road. But big circle driveway up there when I get up to the top there, if I can get the camera batteries charged, I'll take you for a little, I'll take it to the camera up there and I'll sit it on the hood of my truck where my truck's buried in the snowbank right now. Like, we had no snow, folks. It was that we're down to like a foot of snow on the ground. We were at 3 feet. And then all of a sudden, yesterday, wham! Woke up to, there's some areas the snowbanks are a foot deep. The blowing snow, But anyways, folks, so I'll see what I want to do later about running another video on both snow blowing the driveway. That takes a little while, but I don't know how long the batteries are going to last for. So I'm hoping if I take it out there, I can, I'll probably take it up and put it on the hood of my truck and do the path from my truck to the road. That's the biggest path. But it's windy out there. It's blowing it in your face. So I don't know what to do yet. We got more coming. We got rain coming. So if I don't start tidying some of this up, it's going to be I've got a big Chevy Silverado that drives right over it. But still, in case there's company comes in. Or anyways, folks, I'm going to stop babbling and let you get on with your day. And thank you so much for, checking out some of my videos. Like I say, if you want to, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you can. It all helps, I'm at the age where if I can do a few videos here and there, and the people that are subscribing help to pay for me doing it, hey, why not? You know what I mean? I don't want to get rich. I never did. I just want to go out in my dying years and be a little bit happier, right? Anyway, folks, thanks for following me, and thanks for checking in and checking out the videos. This is everything from the snowblower repair. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably do another one on the repair of the governor, and I'll probably add it in later as, whenever I figure out how to do the work for the governor, or whatever that surge issue is, because our winter is almost done. But you can see when it's under load, it works okay. It's when it's not under load and it starts to it's only chewing through 2 or 3 inches of snow that it starts to, up and down, up and down, up and down. It's because it's not going under load. So something's telling me that when the governor kicks in and puts it under load, it runs fine. But when it clicks off because there's not enough snow to make it really work. But that's 10 horsepower, folks. That's big for a snowboard motor. But anyways. So we'll keep you posted, and looking forward to putting out some more videos. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next, but I do have a couple of projects. I'm a carpenter by trade, so I've got a wood shop in there as well where all the machines are. I might do some woodwork projects or something. I don't know. You folks, I'm a jack of all trades. I'm a floor installer by trade. I got a pretty good electrical background, pretty good plumbing background, carpentry background. I do roofs. I own a renovation company. So I'm not afraid to try things and make them work. I like a challenge. So anyway, so if you want to see a video or you want me to try something, fail in front of you, I'm your guinea pig. You know what I mean? Anyways, folks, thanks again for coming along, and we hope you're enjoying what you're watching. Have a good one. We'll see you in the next one.